Right, guys, so I'm catching up on the latest news from the Henryetta murders, and something is really rotten in Henryetta. So News Nation have been doing their own investigation. Brian Entin has been out there banging on doors, and he's met with a wall of silence. So let's try to piece together the things that have been going on. So Jessie McFadden, 39, was in prison from 2003 to 2020 for the RAPE of someone who has been out and spoken to the media, spoken to YouTube channels, called Crystal Strong. And she is very strong, very courageous. She said if he comes out of prison, he's going to do it again. And he was out 3 years early. He had a 20-year sentence. He was out 3 years early because he'd amassed credits for good behaviour. Except he hadn't been good while he was in prison. Numerous infractions of the rules, and in 2017 he was caught with a contraband phone sexting and getting indecent images from a minor who he was grooming. So that case was due to go to court the very day after the murders. Now, Jessie McFadden rang his mother on the Sunday night and said he was going to kill himself. And she didn't bother to contact anyone or do anything about it. But that's not the thing that I want to talk about. And I've done a handy dandy graphic to help us out here. Jessie came out of prison. He married Holly, the mother of 3 of the victims, Brittany, Michael, and Tiffany, who married them. The prison chaplain. Even though he was out of prison, it was the prison chaplain that married him. So obviously got to become good friends with the chaplain. The chaplain didn't seem to mind that he was an SO living with these 3 kids, 3 teenagers, right in the age range that he likes. And who was the witness? The witness was the sheriff's assistant. So the sheriff, whose department didn't want to investigate this, and the one and only check on Jessie after he came out of prison, you know, on the register, was her son, who was one of the deputies there in the county. So this lax behaviour resulted not only in Jessie taking his own life and his victim from 2017 not receiving the justice in court, also Holly lost her life, her 3 kids lost their lives, and Tiffany, who's the little girl here on the right, her 2 friends lost their lives. But that's not all, because there's things that we can say about the landlord of this property, 20-odd acre property, really nice spot, really nice and quiet, the perfect place to have some kind of sex den where people can just turn up and do things, or he can run some kind of child pee operation from this. Now, I'm speculating to a certain extent, but all those chains and locks and just weird stuff going on in that house was plain to see, because when the families went in, it was all there, not investigated. But the landlord, someone called Raymond Pageant, now he was renting this property to Jessie McFadden and Holly, and he said to the families, I want to clear this out. You've got till Sunday to go and take out whatever you want. The police aren't interested. And Raymond Pageant wanted to brush all of this under the carpet. Why? Because he was going through a bit of divorce, and this property was in receivership, renting it illegally. Something stinks here in Henryetta. Something stinks. Now, is it just that everybody connected to this just wanted to cover their ass? The police wanted to cover their ass because they knew they'd not been checking up on Jessie. You know, maybe had friends in high places. It's not what you know, it's who you know, that kind of thing. Whether some of those officers actually involved in what was going on, we can only speculate on that. And the landlord wanted all of this just brushed under the rug, put in the garbage, put in the dumpsters, because he had secrets as well. Good job those families went in. Good job the families went public with this. The attorneys are on it. News Nation are on it. Brian Entin, keep digging. because I'm sure there's more that's going to come out on this story. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Just how deep does this rabbit hole go? And I'll see you very soon in the next video.